Hey everyone, what's up? I'm just making this video because I'm just going to share my thoughts on many things, so let's get started. Just to let you know, for those who hasn't seen the movie Split, I'm just talking about the alternate ending, but if you haven't seen this movie, just skip to the second part of this video. Um, but let me carry on. Anyway, the alternate ending for Split, I find it not fitting to the movie at all. I mean, even though it's like a 2 second, maybe up to 5 second long little clip or whatever, it doesn't really tell anything more about the Horde. Because the way that M. Night Shyamalan even said that it was a little bit dark, I did not see any darkness in that whatsoever. Maybe what he was saying was a little bit dark, but from what it was, I didn't see any darkness at all. That might be me, but the ending that is in the actual movie, I think that fits more of the story because it's going through each personality and it's showing, that there's more identities uh, within the person. But other than that, I mean, don't get me wrong, Split is an awesome movie. I loved it. I mean, I saw it when it first came out. The alternate ending, there could have been like more alternate endings, but then again, that's probably not how M. Night Shyamalan even thinks or even does things. So the ending that is in the movie was just it just fit perfectly. So that's my thoughts on the alternate ending of Split. And on to the second part of this video is there's too many mobile games. I know that everyone's playing them, but when they first started coming out with games, there was like Bejeweled, and that was like the only popular game, Bejeweled and some others. Then Angry Birds came along, then Flappy Bird, the game that you can't even get anymore. You know, there's alternative games of that even. And I know that there's a lot of different games, and there's so many alternatives beyond compare. I mean, there's an alternative to an alternative to an alternative to an alternative of the same game. But they play the same, they act the same, but they do different stuff. Like I said, there's too many of those to go around. So yeah, too many games. There's basically one YouTuber who does good movie reviews, and she basically, says it how it is. Most of the time when she does these reviews, she's just talking bullshit, but she does give good points of certain movies that I've seen reviews for. One of them was Ghost in the Shell, which I'm not going to go into this time, because I'm not going to beat, a dead horse with it. But when she did a review for Fate of the Furious, I know that I did. I know I sort of did my own in a way, but after seeing this person's video about Fate of the Furious, it just made me realize that there was a whole lot of boring stuff in the movie. Don't get me wrong, the whole movie was action packed. I really liked everything that was going on, but there were some parts that was just it was just too slow. It didn't really fit into the movie at all. Well, it did, but very, very slowly. My turtle can, run faster than the movies, but I mean the movie slow, that is. But I know that there's parts that were like comical and some of them were like very serious. And the reason what made me think of this sort of way now is after watching Fate of the Furious, having and finding the reason why Dominic went rogue is because in my point of view, he was doing this just so he could actually see if his team is still by his side. Obviously, he's not gonna go rogue anymore because it was just a big giant blackmail. But he couldn't say anything, which is understandable. But once he started realizing, what he was doing, he needed to have it stopped. So what he did was he did the unthinkable, is to take her down, or try to. And come to think, for those who hasn't seen Fate of the Furious, I'm not going to tell you on the reason why that he went rogue for, but after a while, it just didn't make sense as a movie. It didn't make sense at all. I mean, it was just Sasha was using him as a messenger boy. He was going around doing her evil doings. And mind you, me knowing Dominic, he probably was thinking in his mind, like, why am I really doing this? This is not me at all. I would never think of seeing Dominic acting so roguelike. Treating him as a operated coin boy. Here, let me put in a quarter so you could do my evil doings. And so yeah, I mean, some of the parts of the movie was a tad boring, but it did pick up. But some of the parts wasn't there. Some of the feeling wasn't there with Decker and Hobbs was there. I mean, they basically filled the rest of the movie with Dom and Hobbs. If you're going to have, I even said this in, or did I say this? Oh yeah, I was doing a post, but I didn't really post it or anything. But if you're going to, oh wait, no, I remember I did it in a post of the video that I saw. What I basically said was, if you're going to have a feud, try not to take it towards the film. You know, if you're going to have a feud in real life, don't act it out at least. You know, I know that when you're doing a film, you need to, you know, put on your game face and just go out there and have fun. Just like any other movie is being made, you know. But if there's a feud within the actual real life actors, don't write it in within the story. It won't make that part of the movie didn't really make sense at all. It got me confused at first because it was like, oh, you know, after we're done, you know, beer's on me, and then bam, you know, it's like, geez, really? It could they he could have done it a little bit different, but oh well. At least Decker and Don or Decker and Hobbs was filling in the spaces of the movie, and on the plane they should do something more like that because that was pretty cool. So anyway, I hope you enjoy my thoughts of you know of Mobile Games, Fate of the Furious, and the alternate ending for Split. So anyway, catch you all later.